With the Pokemon market going crazy, where are the best places to purchase product for your Pokemon investments and just to open products? Stay tuned. Alright guys, before we get into it, just a reminder, we will be doing that pack break coming up here on Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time, once again here on the channel. If you're interested in joining that, down below there is the link for the Squares account. I use Squares. You can use PayPal, whatever form of payment you want to use through there. But the packs are up there for sale for what's left. I also found, digging through, I haven't found any more Evolving Skies, but I did find a few Rebels Clash, a few Sword and Shield, a few... I believe there's some Vivid Voltage ones, and there's also some Chilling Reign and Battle Styles that I found in random totes, just kind of stuffed in there to be filler. And if you're interested, I could also put them up because I'm just getting out of the whole cardboard sleeves. I just don't want to carry that stock anymore. I'm trying to make space for other things. And if I can eliminate some of these random oddball things, it would give me that ability to do so. So if you're interested, I could definitely throw those up also on the website if you guys want to open those. Let me know in the comments below if you do. I'll set them up there and you guys can grab them if you want. So other than that, going forward, I'm just going to go into the main event, which is going to be talking about the actual market and where can you purchase products right now. What are we seeing when it comes down to being able to purchase products at a reasonable price? It's very difficult to do so right now with the shortages of booster boxes, with the shortages of products of what people want. And the funny thing is that Walmarts and Targets are getting some random stock back of certain sets that we thought were gone. First set I'm going to talk about that I've been able to find at my local Walmarts is Celebrations. Celebration products have been coming back somewhat. And I think what's going on, and this could be just a theory, it's you could put your tin hat on. If you want, I can put a tin hat next to me and put it on when I talk about this stuff. But I think what's happening is that Pokemon International is clearing out the warehouse of all the sets from 2021. I think they're going through and they're taking everything out, and I've even heard this with Silver Tempest and Lost Origins, that there was a restock, not a reprint, but just a restock. So Pokemon just took random product and sent it out, or leftover product that they had in the warehouse, and sent it to distributors in order to get rid of it. And I think that may be what we're seeing with like Celebrations right now. We're seeing the Dark Sylveon, the Dark Charizard celebration boxes coming back. I've also seen a couple ETBs in pictures come back, and I've seen some other random celebration stuff. And I think overall what's happening is that Pokemon's just clearing all that 2021 stock out of the warehouse. One other thing that we're seeing quite a bit of, actually surprisingly, I've seen few people now posting pictures of it, are, of course, the Evolving Skies ETBs. So maybe it's time to start circling your Walmarts a little bit more and Targets a little bit more. Any place that has MJ Holding as a sales place definitely seems to be getting some random products inside of it that might be good to pick up, especially when you're looking at overall investment through time. These are all going to be really good performers. Evolving Skies, I just seen on my Discord here right before recording this, that someone had 8 of them available inside of their Walmart, inside their shopping cart. So 8 Evolving Skies but ETBs showed up at their Walmart, which means that if one of us is seeing it, it's probably going to start showing up other places. And I don't think that that was an Evolving Skies reprint. I'm not saying it's a reprint. I think it's just a restock. Pokemon International's cleaning out the warehouse, and they're pushing some of this product out because people are crying for it. People are screaming for it. Your LGSs are screaming for it. Your distributors are screaming for it. All these people are losing money currently because they don't have anything to sell. So overall, Pokemon International is just cleaning out the warehouse to get the stuff out. That, and it's already getting close to that 2-year-old range on some of these products, so why not get them out, get them into the market, get it into the hands of people while they still want it. And that way they're not sitting on it long term for just something that's not as desired when we get into the Scarlet and Violet era. So overall, guys, definitely a good idea to start checking your Walmarts and watching that. Maybe if you know your schedules for when your MJ Holding reps come and actually restock product, definitely maybe start checking that out. Some of it has some flipping potential. Once again, I could see grabbing the Evolving Skies ETBs. They're $44.95 or were back in the days, so they're probably still $44.98 or $99, wherever they were. And you could probably pick them up, and currently they're selling for about $70 to $75 right now on TCG Player. So once again, it's not a huge markup. You're not going to make a ton of money after fees, but definitely the opportunity is there to get that little bit of a boost. If you're looking for that little income, small gains equals a large amount of money at the end of the day if you continue to do it over and over and over again. So not condoning flipping, not saying go scalping your Walmarts, but definitely if you're looking at those opportunities for flipping, they are there. There's a possibility. Also with Evolving Skies and Celebrations, both of them. If you want to hold them for long term, I think they will do fantastic. Overall, these sets have got a lot of hype and FOMO behind them. And if you're looking for something to put into a long-term investment scenario, those would be the sets that I would have no problem holding on to for 3, 4, 5, 10 years. Because I think overall, they are going to be a driving force for the Sword and Shield era, especially that Evolving Skies ETBs. If they come in, definitely the opportunity is there. My Walmart currently has gotten celebrations. I've gotten 4 of each one of the celebrations, Dark Sylveon, Dark Charizard. I've seen pictures of ETBs showing up. I've seen pictures of those mini tins showing up from celebrations. Once again, don't think it's reprint. I just think Pokemon's cleaning out the warehouse and MJ Holdings getting a lot of this stuff and they're just sending it to the local Walmarts and Targets. Even GameStop's getting some of this product. Going back to it, I don't know if I mentioned this, but we also saw it with Lost Origins and Silver Tempest. We saw a small, not a reprint, but a small restock of product from Pokemon Center. Once again, no notification of a reprint happening, but some of the distributors did get stock of that particular products to be able to sell to their LGSs. So maybe some LGSs finally got a little bit of product or a little bit of a boost. My one friend who runs the LGS over here in town was complaining that they were charging about $20 to $25 over the regular costs of those booster boxes. So even though they're getting them, the prices of them that they're selling them to the LGSs is quite a bit higher than what they should be, and thus the price is still going to stay rather high when it comes down to it, unless one distributor or a few distributors aren't that have large quantities. So overall, I think it might kind of slow down the market. I think that's maybe why we're seeing a little bit of a flat line for those two particular sets, is there is some available at LGSs and distributor levels, but it's not going to last long, and it was not a reprint at this point in time. Overall, the other thing that I'm looking at that I'm seeing a lot of show up inside of the stores is Fusion Strike ETBs. Now, once again, that's another one set that, I always hesitate buying Fusion Strike ETBs because they just had a reprint. They are coming back into the stores. Once again, I think Pokemon International is kind of pushing that out of the warehouse. MJ Holdings getting a large quantity of this stuff, and I think in turn they're moving it over to, of course, your Walmart, Targets, and GameStops and your big box stores. And the opportunity is there to actually get those Fusion Strike ETBs. We've got about 20 of them here at our local store. I wanted to purchase some of them because the booster box price continues to go up really quickly. Is Fusion Strike going to get another reprint? It's possible. It's right on that line where typically they could, but they did just do the ETB reprint. So with them doing that ETB reprint, I find it very unlikely that they're going to go back and now and print booster boxes of that particular set. So my feelings is on Fusion Strike is that we may not be seeing any more product coming out of that with that ETB reprint that was just done recently. Overall, if I wanted to, I would purchase some of those, but I have a large submission at PSA right now, and I have a lot of allocations coming up for Scarlet and Violet that I need to be saving for. So if I didn't have those allocations, I would definitely be looking at buying some of those ETBs. As that booster box price continues to go up on Fusion Strike, it will drag all of the other products up with it. It's just natural for that to happen, as we're seeing with Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies, booster boxes are pushing 360. Thus, the ETBs are continuing to move up also pretty consistently day by day. So I think in a couple weeks here, we're going to see $80 ETBs, maybe pushing 85. Even though we did get a massive reprint of Evolving Skies ETBs here this spring or this fall too, with the Chilling Rain ETBs. So once again, those three sets, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, and Chilling Rain, all got massive ETB reprints here recently, and overall, I think that might be a signification that we're done. Those prints may not be getting anything more. There may be no more reprints. Once again, this is all speculating. Tinfoil hat. If you want, I can start wearing a tinfoil hat just when I'm going through my speculations. But sometimes it's just good for the market side of things to put my brain out there and see kind of the different directions that I go on how I make my decisions. So when it comes down to this market, when I see those ETB reprints, I go back to what happened with Sword and Shield. Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, even Shining Fates. They get that one massive reprint of ETBs at some point right at the end. They did it with the last three sets, and the only one that they really skipped was Champion's Path and Rebels Clash. Battle Styles still has a lot of ETBs available. I believe you can still even buy those on Pokemon Center, so I don't think we're going to be seeing a reprint of battle styles ETBs just because of the mass quantity that's still available from those from that print to order way back in 2021. But Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies, and Fusion Strike have all just gotten ETB reprints here in the last 4 months. So overall, that may be a very good signification that it's done. Once again, guys, this is just me kind of spinballing on where I'm trying to help you look for products and what products I think are good opportunities to purchase, even at that MSRP price. These are good places to get those. Other thing that I'm seeing too is I'm still picking up Champions Path ETBs. You can still snag those or snipe those off of Craigslist, off of Facebook Marketplace, off of even Mercari. I've seen them go down to under $90. If you can snag those at $85 to $90 a piece at this point, you're in good shape. I think that is going to continue to move up really well. Overall, I think it's one of the things people just kind of throw them out there for what they remember the price for, and you can nab them really easily because now they're running about 110. I've seen some sales now at 120. So overall, there's getting to be a good variation where you can snag them at that bottom end and already have that built-in, buffer of where you've already covered your expenses on that particular product. So once again, guys, there's definitely some opportunities. Craigslist. Check your Craigslist listings. I know I've been pushing Craigslist a little bit more, but I love the site. I love the opportunities without them fees. Even in my local area, there's some people selling in ETB bundles where they're getting out of ETBs or, they're done with Pokemon. They got an ETB bundle of all the Sword and Shield sets, just the regular ETBs, and they were running about $38 a piece. Yes, there was some battle styles. Yes, there was some Chilling Reign. Yes, there was some Fusion Strike, which are a little bit lower priced on the sets. But then it had like the Rebels Clash, Sword and Shield original ones. One of them had the Pokeballs on the actual ETB. Of course, had all the other ones inside of it. If you're buying them at $38 a piece on average, you're still going to end up being ahead on those, especially for some of those in particular ones like the, Champions Path and also that Rebels Clash. Those two really bring up that value at the end of the day on those particular products. So in the celebrations, ETBs, he had a couple of them in there. So once again, those are $70 to $80 ETBs wrapped in there also. The opportunities are out there, and that's where I've been actually working and looking at overall. If I am trying to find stuff, is use Craigslist. Definitely keep scouring your Walmart. Anything Evolving Skies I've been picking up if it shows up. Have not seen anything, but if it did show up in my Walmart, I would definitely be picking up Evolving Skies. ETBs, even them cardboard sleeve blisters, if I'm selling them to you right now on here to try and get them out of my collection, if they showed up in my store again, I would still purchase those. Because let's be honest, if you look at TCG Player right now, we're going over $8 a piece on those. The next one's listed. There's a couple of them. I think there's two stores selling right now around that $8.90 or $8.50, $8.25 mark. After they're gone, it's going to $8.99. The next people in line are sitting at $8.99, so they're going to let those ones chew out, and when they're all chewed through and all those are gone, the next one's coming up will push it up to about $9. I'm sure someone will probably pop in trying to move it, but it won't be long until we see Evolving Skies, even them cardboard sleeve blisters, going up to that $9 range. So once again, guys, definitely check out the markets, check out what's happening. There's definitely some opportunities showing up in your Walmarts. I think MJ Holding is starting to clean out their warehouse and trying to make space for Scarlet and Violet. That and Pokemon International, I think, is really trying to help out with some of their back stocks that they've maybe gotten warehouses and sitting around. They're starting to push all that stuff out, just like what we were seeing with Sun and Moon and XY Evolutions. ETBs randomly showing up on Walmarts. I think we're running into the same situation. These things are just getting cleaned out. It's time to move them out of the Pokemon International place, and they're starting to show up in your local Walmarts through MJ Holding and the other one. I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. There's two of them that sell to the big box stores. So those will definitely continue to keep moving on. Once again, hopefully this rambling was good for you. Hopefully it gets your train of thought going and gives you some security and thinking of maybe buying some of those Evolving Skies products that you see, them Celebrations products that you see coming through. Even Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike to me is not a bad buy right now at MSRP for an ETB. So once again, guys, hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully it's some good information. Hopefully my rambling helps you out. And if you've made it this far into the video, be sure you hit that subscribe, guys. That subscribe is a huge thing that helps out our channel. The last thing you can always do to help out the channel a ton is hit that like button. The like button helps me out a ton to keep this channel moving and keep things going along. And if you do like this content, as always, guys, I'll put up these two videos next to me just so you guys can continue your journey in Pokemon. And we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.